Hi there guys, how's it going? This is Matt Tomato right here, cheers for tuning in and welcome back to some more Europa Universalis 4. We're playing as Great Britain here in the Emperor DLC, and apologies for the abrupt ending to the last episode. I had a phone call, it wasn't an important phone call, it was work related, so good job I picked up. Right, anyway, I'm still confused a little bit here. Is this now trade company region, I'm assuming? I'm assuming that this is all trade company. I always thought a colonial nation formed when you were down here, but maybe it's changed since I last did any colonising in Africa. Because, in fact, I don't think I've done any colonising in Africa for a very long time. So, anyway, we're currently in the process of attempting to enforce a union on Portugal. I don't know whether we can, because we did lose the CB. But no, yes, union with Portugal is the correcta mundi result we want from that war. Now, obviously, we do require a bit more war score, but our colonies and everything are all doing some fighting, so that's okay. We're also considering the notion of another attack on Aragon. We did have a point where the Papal State wasn't going to join, but unfortunately I hesitated with the timing of the war. Just had another message, I'll answer that later on. I was sort of dithering and dathering a bit with the timing of the war, and I screwed up because there was a point where the Papal State wasn't going to join. But unfortunately, they're still willing to join this war, despite the fact they're in a war of their own. They're fighting Denmark, but it is just Denmark, so there's no occupations or anything like that. But they were occupied at one point in another war. I think they were in some other war or something. I think Venice pieced them out or something. I don't know. Something happened over there. But yeah, unfortunately, it's obviously led to... Ooh, right, okay. So one of the things I was interested in here was the idea that we have a bit of admin kicking around now, and it's quite a way until we get our tech here. So I was thinking about using some of this governing capacity that we've got here to maybe go ahead and look at some more states. So in particular, I was thinking maybe we could do this, or we can actually do the Cape of Good Hope, which is an interesting one. We can actually do this one here. Not sure what that's going to net us, but I think that's got to be worthwhile to do that. So it's 129. That's probably going to be a worthwhile state to look at there. Yeah, sure, okay. And then maybe we might want to do some other stating, so maybe in Iberia, for example, we might want to do some stating, or even over here in Scandinavia. Now, in particular over here, these states aren't worth much, but this was, of course, Finland, which we Diplo-annexed, so there will be no coring costs over there. So that is definitely useful. We will, of course, need a parliamentary seat over here. So I usually tend to take either the most developed province or the one with the trade centre or something like that. But this is the most developed, so let's go with Arbo. That is going to be the seat over there. And I guess maybe we could grant a seat down here to one of these provinces as well. That's a 15 dev province right there. So let's go ahead and assign that one as well. I think that's also, yeah, that's also the centre of trade, so that just makes so much sense to do that. Okay, I don't think there's any others, because all this is part of colonial nations, and there's no need to state any of that up. So I guess maybe we could state one or two more, and I was thinking maybe doing some of these Iberian ones, so maybe Galicia, or even Asturias could be a good one, or even Leon. Actually, let's do Beiras, which is northern Portugal. Let's do that one. Oh, we're at war with Portugal, so I can't core it. Right, okay, that's true. And I'll make Porto into a... just obviously, having too many parliamentary seats can be a problem, but at the same time, it future-proofs for any other states. So yeah, we'll make sure to core all of those as well. So we'll make that into a proper state. So that's going to be worthwhile. Did I send another colonist out here? I did. Right. Yes. Okay. So we got 2 colonists across here. And then the third one is over in Hawaii, I think. Yeah, over this way, because we were looking at establishing outposts for the potential circumnavigation. But we did it anyway! King of the World, the one ship, was the one that made it. So with that, I was tempted maybe to have a look at going after like Indonesia and stuff like that. But in all honesty, I'd really rather just fill this out over here in South America and North America respectively. So our colonies have done an excellent job in occupying a lot of Castilian colonies here. And Cheese and Onion's also done some more colonising down this way. I was hoping Tea and Biscuits might do the same. If not, we might just have to do a little bit of colonising for them, in particular down the coast. But also we might want to just start cleaning up some of these natives over here, because it would appear as though Portugal and Aragon are going to get the holdings over... yeah, they're likely to get the holdings over colonial Louisiana, which is obviously slightly annoying for us. So we could potentially maybe just say, let's colonize a province here and then attack with colonialism. That is true, but I really did want to do conquest. I definitely wanted to conquest over here. But if Portugal were to get that area, that's okay, because it looks like we're going to chuck them under a union. So we can help Portugal along. We could probably pay off some of their debt as well, so they can colonise for me, and I will have absolutely no quarrels with that whatsoever. So that is absolutely fine. So there's still some sieging. Actually, Castile over here can probably be pieced out now. Yeah, we've got a lot of war score here. So my query really with Castile here was, could we maybe nick some of this? Because it's not worth that much. It's also a direct right, and we could maybe create a colonial nation over here and then try to steal Castile's bits. I think I want to do that. I want to create a colonial nation over this way. So, and obviously then we can just go to war with Castile in future to seize their colonies. Is basically what I want to do. So if we grab, it doesn't really matter. Like, we just have to grab 5, and we have to core those 5. So then I'll take all their money. I might get them to revoke some cores as well. Actually, they're not actually willing to do that, really. Okay, fair enough. I'll get them to revoke a couple of cores. Actually, I'll get them to revoke one on our subject as well. That's got to be better, because then that way Granada will just have another modifier in our favour. So, yeah, that seems like a reasonable deal. Send demand. Okay, excellent. So, do I have to core this? I think I do. Yeah, because it's now British Columbia, it's Castilian Cali, because they're both accepted cultures and stuff like that. Yeah, so I do have to core all of those ones, but then once that becomes a colonial nation, I can then just go and concede colonial Columbia. Basically, I can do that, and yeah, that's going to be fine. And maybe eventually come into contact with Inca, which could be a possibility. But also that just destroys all of Castile's work over here, which is fine. So. Yeah, see, Portugal has gone bankrupt. They're in a lot of trouble, so I probably will have to pay off some of their debts just to get them to colonise. But Muscovite separatists have crossed the border. I'm sorry. I don't think we can allow that. Get out of here. Right, so 90% war score then. I think we have enough now to enforce the Union, which we do. I'm not going to get them to... I'm going to get them to revoke a couple of cores, though, if I can. Just the one, then, is fine. But I won't take any of their money, that's the important thing. I'm not taking any of their cash, but I want the Union. Send demand. There we go. Right, so we now formed a personal union. Colonialism against Castilian Columbia, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, the downside to this is, what if our emperor were to suddenly die? Because Portugal has a bad opinion of us. So, remove you from that. Yeah, we badly need to improve relations real fast here. So, we need them to be positive with us here. Maintain that, yeah, because if our ruler dies, we will lose this union. So, yeah, the personal union ends. Yeah, so it's risky. So we want to start by improving relations. Yeah, forces into a union, declare war. Yeah, loads and loads of bad modifiers there. So let's bring home the guy from Austria here. Hopefully we'll be able to keep this. Make sure we core all of those as well. Might just, like, if we do subject interactions here. What's going on here? What's that little bar? Is that a Declaration of Independence thing or something? I don't know what that is. Right, Portugal. Pay off debt. And I suppose we can support loyalists as well. That'll be okay. Right, so they'll be marginally happier with us there. Improve relations. Yeah, we got the same. Yeah, at the very least, we should have our same dynasty on their throne at some point. So, lose Diplo power. Yeah, we'll lose the Diplo points. That's fine. Another thing I want to do is I want to influence nation. Send them a gift. Right, they're loyal to me, which is great. But yeah, we need to make sure that their relations with us are positive. That'll do. What else? I suppose we could subsidise for a while. It'd also pay for colonies. Could sell them a province. They might be happy with that. Yeah, so if I subsidise for the cost of a colonist, 260. There we go. Subsidise for the cost of a colonist. There's no other interactions I can do with them without pissing them off. Or there's no other interactions I can do that will improve this, really. No, because I can't send another gift. Because it won't have any impact on the relationship. So yeah, I just need to hope that our our ruler stays alive until we finish. Right, let's bring this lot back over here then. So cheese and onion looks pretty good actually. Let's come over here. This was claimed by Great Britain anyway, so yeah, we can colonise here and we can continue going up and down the coasts. Might work my way along the coast. Oh, that was claimed by Portugal, wasn't it? But that's fine. If we can keep Portugal in the Union, then we're going to be alright. A couple of these modifiers are going to disappear right now as well, so that will change. 101, okay. Converted the heretics, okay. Ooh. Let's do this one for 11 months. That'll be okay. That'll be nice and quick. Good. Loads of papal influence as well. Age of absolutism. Right. Let's have a look at sorting that out. Let's take the national tax modifier. Annexed subjects expired. Catholic zealots rose up. Okay. Let's make sure we do this one. Okay. Right. So in the age of absolutism, what have we got? So nearly there with the land force. That's okay. Multicultural nation. Yeah. Okay. We could push with that if we wanted to. Be part of the religious league war. 5 universities. Yes, we can do that. Is that the... Yes, we need to build some universities. Right. So, we need to do that anyway. Right, local development cost reduction as well. So... Actually, let's put one in Porto. We can build a few over here. I'll build some over here, because then you can get little pockets of institution spread, which is obviously really good. So, right, let's build a couple over there as well. So 5 universities. We also need to go up to 200 force limit, which will require a few more regimental camps, most likely. So yeah, it's gonna take a while for this. The Council of Trent has ended. Okay. I just hope our ruler's not going to die, because otherwise we'll lose the Union and it'll all have been a waste. War has changed in the Commonwealth, okay. Yeah. Their opinion has to be positive, and that's currently not the case. What? Man, we're taking a beating over this way. Maybe just dock up... Dock up there first. The transport's taking a hell of a beating from attrition. Gee whiz. Also, where did those Where did these rebels fire? I was in Hoya, wasn't it? Is that in... No? Marginally confused, actually. Hang on a minute. Did they fire in one of our colonial nations or something? Or have they gone and crossed the border? Cologne... Catholic Zealots, they're Aragonese. That's okay, they're converting territory over there. Catholic Zealots are absolutely fine. Don't have a problem with Catholic Zealots. Oh, I don't know where they were. Maybe if we see a province come under their occupation or something, I've lost them here. Right. If I sell them a province, is that going to help? Portugal is bankrupt. Really? They have no debt. They're just bankrupt. Right. Okay. Fair enough. Let's do this one, Teotan, or however the hell you say it. Right. Unfortunately, Aragon decided to beat up on his rebels, which is slightly annoying. Aragon would take a royal marriage. That's really interesting. It's probably going to be a case of we're going to have to fight the Pope again then, which is slightly annoying. I'd like this royal marriage to disappear, but not at the expense of our own king dying. Oh boy. Once some of this religious zeal disappears as well. Right, so the Age of Reformation is obviously over, so there's no centres of Reformation anymore, which means there's no automatic conversions of anything anymore. So hopefully, once these religious zeals disappear, we'll be able to start going through and reconverting some of this stuff, which will be helpful. So yeah, we're going to probably complete at least 3 of these. 3 different trade companies. Yeah, we could do that, I suppose. Like, yeah, this is obviously trade company region then, isn't it? Yeah. This Diplo conversion here. So I think in the next Parliament debate, I might take a reduction in. Yeah, some of these are starting to take a reduction in culture conversion and see what kind of really cheap cultures we can get converted in and around here. Naples is declared on the Ottomans. Okay, rumour, yeah. Really, really hope we get to keep this. The only other way I can improve. Inca is declared on Castile. Oh boy, this is obviously territory we're going to want later anyway, but it doesn't really matter which one. Inca is a worthy opponent in many respects, but usually it's the other way around. So yeah, so if we core all of these, all that aggressive expansion just disappeared. That's great. That's one of the reasons I'm staying at peace as well, is the aggressive expansion disappears. We'll spend some Diplo points. And so hopefully we might be able to keep hold of Portugal. I really hope so. Dislawing new men has expired. Great news. Let's start converting Ghent, which is great stuff. Trading in glass happened. Lovely. Advancement of the clergy. Can't complain. Speaking of the clergy, we can actually go ahead. Yeah, let's do this. We can take a whole batch of money if we want. We don't have to, but I like to seize some crown land for the sake of taking some crown land, and then eventually we can maybe give some crown land back or something like that, and then tank a whole load of money if we suddenly get desperate. But I think we're okay at the moment. How are we doing for... We're also doing really well for admin tech, so I was thinking just whilst we can, we could maybe go ahead and reduce some inflation. Also, I've just spotted there, we can announce another rival. Really? Ming! Oh, right, okay. That's very interesting. That might end up happening. So yeah, I'm trying to stay at peace, trying to get some of this aggressive expansion to burn away, trying to get some of these modifiers gone, so hopefully Portugal will be loyal. Or they are loyal, it's just I need them to have a positive opinion of me, so that if our ruler were to die, the Union will stay, basically, is what I'm hoping. I definitely should be fabricating claims on Morocco here. I don't know why I've not been doing that. Obviously, I'm hoping for imperialism at some point as well. I think 1650? Is it 1650 imperialism? In which case, we can go and absolutely smack into Morocco and take a whole load of territory, which could be quite good. But yeah, I'm also very keen on having a go at Brittany, but obviously Austria, being Austria, decided to ally themselves with them, which is really annoying. They're currently in another war, though, which is kind of tempting me in a certain way, because if Austria is not willing to join, we might be able to go in here, because their only other allies are Urbino. Oh, Naples is Defender of the Reformed Faith. But yeah, possibly. Possibly. That might happen. They're also taking a bit of damage from some of these rebels and stuff like that, so it could happen, but I'm not so sure. 59 to 27. Promising trader, might need to find a job. Okay, sure. We can convert more territory as well. These are all the ones that were converted to Protestant and stuff like that. Right. Okay, so I could just continue colonising down here, but I feel like the services should be better used, and like they should be brought over here. I created another colony somewhere as well, didn't I? And I've completely lost where it is. Oh, it's just that one. Really? New colonial nation, British Columbia. Right, okay, so let's... no, I didn't actually create a new colony. Right, I've slowed myself down badly here. So, this is going to be... what I got? Hot cross bun. Oh, no, because I've already got tea and biscuits. That doesn't really work. Cream scones. I don't know. Right, okay, so now we've actually got two colonists kicking around then. So this is the only one we're still working on. Crap-a-roo. Right, so let's get you over here then. So I need to be working on doing some more colonising here, clearly. Wow. So I guess I could maybe just start colonising some other provinces here. So in particular, let's go here then. Oh yeah, because I moved over this way with this one and never brought them back, did I? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So dock up over this way, and then I'll probably do this one as well, just to link up that territory, but also because it's bordered, so yeah, we'll be alright there then. What's the Liberty Desire of Salt and Vinegar? 0%. We've actually got really good stuff here. Also, Portugal now has a positive opinion of us. That is fabulous. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, right, so, grab you. Let's bring you over to, say, here, and then we'll send a colonist in there as well. Excellent. Right, so Portugal has a positive opinion of me. Brilliant stuff. We don't have a very good opinion with Belazero. That's really weird. Probably because of the royal marriage, so let's make sure we put that back on there. Right, okay, so I think we should assess our war options here, because there may be an opportunity to go into Muscovy here, but we also might want to attack Aragon, and there's also a possibility of attacking Brittany. So we've got plenty of options here. Right, so none of these are particularly favourable right now. Ghent has been converted back. Nice. Aragon's still not favourable with the Papal States. I'd rather not attack the Papal State. Also, the Commonwealth has just declaimed the Defender of the Catholic Faith. So if I were to ever attack a Catholic country, I think... No, they don't join in because I'm also Catholic. That is true. Right. So in which case then, Muscovy is being guaranteed by the Great Horde. We have no Casus Belli. Really? Perm has not declared... Oh my god. Okay, they've not fabricated any claims. Right, so... Belazero is probably worth annexing then. The downside to that, obviously, is that, yeah, do I just declare right up on the Commonwealth? We could do. Risque, but let's look for other opportunities. So, I still want to build, yeah, so actually, I think I want to go back to building the spy network in Morocco. I think this is where I want to go. Tariffs on iron, we'll leave it be. I'm not going to over-tariff any of my colonies here. Right, so Portugal, leading junior partner, Catalonia, royal marriage, yeah, that's going to go. So we can ditch that now. So if our ruler dies, it doesn't matter now, because we will have a good opinion with Portugal, so the personal union will continue. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. Local traders demand aid. Well, I might as well. It's only 100 ducats, so that's fine. We can do more conversions as well. Let's keep this going. Must keep this going. Right. So you have successfully arrived, so you now need to go in here. Obviously, bringing back the other ships as well. There they are. Means we reunite this transport fleet again, which is kind of nice. So, yes, let's just put them both over here actually in Roanoke. Make sure they repair it. I might continue with the other colony though. I might continue colonising the Horn of Africa down here, just for a little bit longer. There's a couple of inland provinces here that might be worth grabbing as well. That's actually a wasteland, but yeah, there's a couple here. And then eventually it might bring us into touch with Sofala and Kilwa over here, which might be worth attacking. Which might be worth actually having a proper army over there to do that. Because at the moment I've got it over here. But again, there's more conversions coming true here because all these religious zeals are expiring, which is great news for us. So yeah, we were able to stay Catholic, which is what I wanted to do. I don't think I have a casus belli there either. Right, so I'm happy with that now, so I don't need to improve relations there anymore. Because they count as a subject anyway, so those two diplomats will be working on that. So yeah, Papal State, Austria's now out of the war, so there's really no way that they're not going to join there. Excellent, okay, let's keep on going with those. 6 months as well, it's barely any time at all. So, we actually have quite good diplomatic reputation here, so we may want to go ahead and annex a subject. So I'd like to keep Granada for a little while longer, despite the border gore. So I'm thinking maybe either Belazero or Perm. Now, Perm would be interesting because we'd actually have access to some Siberian colonies if we decided to annex Perm. So, despite the fact they're slightly stronger than Belazero, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. It gives us access to colonies. Let's bring home this guy. Obviously, one of these diplomats disappears because obviously we've got an extra one from the Parliament. So, don't know what happened with those zealots in the end. Then, yeah, I'd like to declare there, but unfortunately, yeah, that would involve another war with the Pope, which is fine, but ugh, don't really want to be fighting the Papal State because I want my papal influence to go through the roof. So yeah, I could attack over here. I might just move that army northbound now. Like, let's put that army there. Slowly convert that back. Yeah, this would be a bad declaration. Like, don't want to fight Austria. They've been our friend ever since the beginning of the game as well. So convert Calais back. That's good because that obviously means there are trade benefits there, so we would have lost some of that when it converted, but no, it's fine now. So I guess we need to find new targets. We need to go to war here. This is manic. We could attack over here. Right. Interesting, because Portugal has decided to colonize over here. Of course. Looks like Aragon might get the yeah, I don't think Portugal's going to get it in time. So if I was to declare against Aragon, I'd have to do it now. Colonialism, yeah. Why have I got double casus belli there? But in all honesty, I would prefer to actually go with outright conquest. Should I just fight the Pope again? We'll decide in the next episode. That's it for now. So cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matt the Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series. Join me next time for more EU4 and our playthrough here as Great Britain in the Emperor DLC. See you later.